So this year, you may have noticed by some of the videos I've released over Christmas, I've kind of had a thing for buying crappy Christmas themed games off the PlayStation Store, and in today's episode of That One Bullshit Trophy, I'm looking at Mia's Christmas, which is another one of those Christmas themed games. However, this one is actually pretty fun and pretty addictive really. So this is basically a match 3 type puzzle game where you have a bunch of Christmas themed items like baubles, Santa hats, candy canes. For the most part, it's just single items that you have to do so many times, while later levels introduce sets of items, so maybe holly, a hat and a bauble that you have to do in a set order in order to clear them. And the trophies themselves, they aren't too bad for the most part. So you get a bunch of trophies for just like completing some of the levels, for clearing the grid quickly, for getting so many coins, for using your coins to decorate the room, because that's basically what you spend all the money on, different items to decorate the living room. So you see all the stuff that I've got in the living room there, I've ended up buying all that, and you get trophies for them. And for the most part, a lot of the levels are fairly simple, because you get quite a lot of time and it's easy to match them, the items that you need to clear the grids quickly. In total, you'll need to play through 60 levels, and they're separated into 4 chapters with 15 levels in each, and you'll get a trophy for completing each of those chapters. However, it's the party time gold trophy for finishing the game, thus beating the final chapter, where you'll find things that get really bullshit. While previous levels only took 1 or 2 attempts, this last batch of levels can be really bullshit, particularly level 59. In this one, you have 4 items to make, with each item having 3 different objects in its set, and you have to do all of them 12 times, yet you only have 60 seconds to do them all in.
Oh, hell no!
The time limit is extremely tight, even with the clock to slow down time, so any mistakes will likely cost you your run. You need to be pretty much perfect all the way through and really quick. You can't go slow when matching things up, and you can't wait for the grid to fall. You need to be right on the next one as soon as you've made a matching set. Also, it can be really hard to keep track of what you got, because if you're looking over to the left of the screen, you're not looking at the grid, thus not making any matches, so you're wasting time, which makes it really easy to get flustered and mess up the closer you get to the last second. And trust me, you'll end up just running out of time, and you'll just always be short by like 2 or 3 sets. Even the best of runs that I had, where I felt like I was going fast, I still didn't end up having enough time, because you just got to do everything perfect. The best bit of advice I could get is to try and stay in the middle of the grid and just use the ones that are dropping down and sort of create whatever you can, and then after that sort of slows down, move outwards and pick some of the other ones. You need to always be keeping account in your head of the sets that you need to make and how many of each set that you've made, so you don't end up making duplicates when you don't need them anymore, because that'll just waste time. But yeah, I was so fucking close loads of times, and I just ended up fucking it at the very last second and just being like 1 or 2 away, as I've said, and that is just absolutely heartbreaking. And trust me, this level will make your blood boil, because it's just so frustrating because of this really tight time limit, and it comes completely out of nowhere, because none of the other levels were really like this, and this one just took me an absolute age to complete, and it was really starting to piss me off towards the end of my attempts, because I'd spent around 40 fucking minutes trying to do this, and I'd seen enough of that try again screen. So here is some clips of my fails. I can't figure out where the ones are, man. Fuck yeah. Despite all those fails and a near hour-long attempt at a single level, I kept going, and for me, that's a testament to just how addictive this game is. It is actually really fun. I thought it was going to be just another crappy, easy Christmas game platinum, but I actually like this game. I think it's a really fun sort of puzzler. And check me out, I beat it in the end with 5 seconds to spare. Booyah!
Oh my fucking days. Jesus Christ.
I was overjoyed at this point, but my happiness wasn't to last long, as I realised there was still 1 level left. Jesus fucking Christ, if that level was really hard, I don't stand a fucking chance beating this next one. So level 60, the final level in the game, and the only one now that stands in between me and that gold trophy, ups the ante even further, as now you have to make 14 of each of the 4 sets of 3 items. So this one is kind of a mammoth task, really. Plus the grid is different on this one, because you have a lot more Santa hats than any other item, so it can kind of fuck you up at times, depending on what items you choose to match first. Because when I did one of the sets, or maybe done 2 completed fully, I would find that the grid that I'd left, because I'd built everything around those 2 shapes, was kind of just out of sync, so I couldn't make the rest of the items quickly, or I'd have to move the cursor to the other ends of the grid to make some every time, and it just fucked me over, and it was really annoying. But this one actually wasn't as hard as level 59, to be fair. It definitely didn't take me as long, though I was still on it for around 10 minutes until I've finally beaten it.
Yeah.
After getting that trophy not long after, I eventually unlocked the Platinum Trophy in Maya's Christmas, and I have to say I did actually enjoy this game. It caught me by surprise, really, because I was expecting it to just be a cheap, crappy, easy Platinum game, but it's actually quite a fun and addictive puzzler, and I did enjoy playing it, and I'll probably play it again, even though the difficulty spike comes out of nowhere. So for that reason, it gets a bullshit rating of.
Alright, here we go. Let's go!
Shit.
Shit!